What is going on, people? If you couldn't tell by the title, I am here for another review. Another Troma review, actually. I just recently reviewed the BC Butcher. Well, this one here is another one, and this one is called Honky Holocaust. And like I said, Troma has its own style, pretty much, of movies, and this one fits the bill crazy. It's entertaining, sickening, it's all over the place in this one, but like again, it comes together entertainingly, I guess you want to call it. So if you're used to Troma movies, this one's definitely up your alley. It's written and directed by Paul McAlarney. Horribly butchered that name. My pronunciations are horrible, but it stars Maria Natapov, LaNecia, Edmonds, Lucas Fleming, among many others. So pretty much what this movie revolves around is the Manson family. And it's not pretty much, what happens with the Manson family. It's just, let's say, if Helter Skelter, which is, them running the world and everything, kind of came together, but not in a way they expected. So it starts off pretty much telling the story of Charles Manson and what he did, but it has a little spin on it. It says pretty much what happens is he killed the people he killed, and then what he was going to do was actually blame it on a few black people. And what was going to happen after that was it was going to be it was going to incite this huge race war where Charles Manson took him and his loyal subjects to a bunker that was built, and he was going to stay down there for, I don't remember if they said a certain amount of time, but they stayed down there for 35 years, and what was going to happen is they're going to come up, the white people were going to overrun everything, and they were going to come in and pretty much take over because they realized it was them who did it. Charles Manson was going to be the leader, and he was just going to run. What happens is Charles Manson, in this bunker, ends up dying, but before he dies, he has a daughter, and pretty much his second in charge kind of takes care of everything, and they all go up 35 years after they first went into this bunker and realized that what they expected to happen or expected it to be was completely different. So now this is, completely different. It's run, the segregation is crazy. There's still racism and everything, but it's flip-flopped the other way where he thought the whites were going to overrun everything. The black people now took over and now run everything. They pretty much rule with an iron fist, and it's completely different from what the prophecy or whatever was supposed to be. So the second in charge kind of goes down to see what was going on, and he was attacked, and he pretty much said, stay where you were, but Marilyn Manson, Charles Manson's daughter, doesn't heed the warning. She ends up going down, following them, and then gets lost in this now new world and everything. One, a world she never knew, and two, a world that is completely against, each other, where races are against each other, and it's pretty much now a race to stop this second in charge killing the mayor of, they really don't give it a town, it's San Francisco, but the second in charge is now it has a mission of going and killing the mayor, and the rest of the movie is just craziness. I don't want to get way too deep into it. Let's just say at one point it has the longest shoot-off that I think I've ever seen in a movie, and it's kind of funny because it's in a straight hallway, and, well, actually, you see a lot of these movies, and they're pretty much like, you're looking at the person right here, but somehow all the bullets are missing and everything. Well, let's just say this one has one of the longest shootouts I've ever seen. So that's pretty much the whole thing, where it's an alternate universe, and now, instead of segregation where it was pretty much, whites against blacks, and whites were the supreme, leaders, I guess you want to call it, is flip-flop. The ending kind of threw me off a little bit. I wasn't expecting it and didn't understand it until I kind of remembered the title. The ending was a little bit weird for me, but overall, like I said, if you're into Troma movies, this definitely fits the bill. This fits the cake. I mean, nudity and crazy blood spurts and goopy gop, and goopy gop's definitely not a word, but in this movie you get a lot of craziness, a lot of dismemberment, a lot of members being chopped off, I guess you want to call it, but it's definitely down Troma's alley, and this, the plot line was definitely pretty cool. I've never, I would have never thought of, of an alternate universe where Charles Manson isn't incarcerated and the other people aren't incarcerated, how they got away, and the Helter Skelter was going to come true where they're a master race and everything. This one was definitely different than other videos I've seen, but it's probably definitely up a lot of people's alleys, especially if you're into, like I said, Troma films. This is like Troma in its finest form, I guess you want to call it. Like I said before, it came out on Blu-ray, so I'll leave the link to where you can purchase it. I believe it's on Amazon, among probably other places, but pretty much I just leave the Amazon link. So definitely go ahead, check this one out if that's what you're into. I watched it and I was all over the place because, I'm not used to Troma films that much, and this one definitely I was like mystified, and not mystified, but it was just all over the place, which is, fun at times as well. So again, I'll leave the link to that. I'll leave the link to all my other social media sites, such as I got a Twitter and an Instagram where I show off my movies. I got a Facebook fan page. I got a Horror Amino. I got a whole bunch of stuff. And also the Dorkening. I'll talk about that a lot. Definitely come and check us out. Tuesdays, we have a live show where we usually have a guest, but sometimes we don't. And then Sundays as well, that's more of the comic book, Comic-Con, like Dork Talk. Tuesdays are more the live interviews. If you're not into videos or anything, we actually just got on iTunes. So we have pretty much just the audio from these things. Plus, if you can't make it on a Tuesday, how about you listen to it on the next week? So check out iTunes as well for the Dorkening. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So I'll leave all the links of whatever I'm talking about in the description box. Be sure to hit that that thumbs up button. Let your friends know I'm out here. And yeah, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. And until next time, I'll see you. If you found the review you just watched enlightening and you want more of them, go ahead, hit that subscribe button in the corner, and check out all the other reviews I have, such as Horror Pack reviews and Netflix and Chiller. If you want to check out all the other things I have, go ahead and check out my Instagram, where I show off the movies I have behind me. Or check out my Twitter, where I post all my videos and more. If you want to do that, go ahead, hit those buttons, and until next time, I'll see you.